Are you ready to automate your Facebook groups? I'm talking importing group members on automation, their membership questions, their Facebook profiles, automatically applying a tag to them, and also automatically messaging them not only once, but on whatever sequence you choose. What's up, you guys? My name's Kathy Callahan. I'm the creator of PCATU, the Purpose Creator Action Taker University, which houses our classes and courses for network marketers, social sellers, and female entrepreneurs. I'm also part of our social CRM partnership. We have the PCATU social CRM bringing this to you guys inside of the user group, but also sending this out to the public over on YouTube, to the public over on Facebook, and to a couple of our private communities, including our Evergreen X students, which should be applying this complete training I'm doing today. You should be doing all of it in your groups, okay? Our Impact Makers, which are our one-year coaching program students, and also into our free club, the Social Sales School. So if you're here, let me know you're here, because I want to ask, is this something that you want to do? Do you need to know how to automate your Facebook groups? What could that potentially do for you? And this is literally just going to be a step-by-step tutorial, because I have an event coming up on Monday, and before we accept the group members in, we want to have this set up. Dominique's in the house. He's the creator of the software. He's always behind the scenes correcting anything I say. So Dominique, if I do anything wrong, you'd be like, don't click that button. Let's jump in. So how this is going to save you guys time. Number one, I just did an interview. So I just got off of an interview for a summit that I'm going to be a part of for Mompreneur Summit. Okay. I got to share our software, and I got to talk about the benefits of the software. I was sharing that it doesn't matter if you have a tool like automation if you don't know what you're automating. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is actually a strategic process that we teach to bring in, and what the word might be for you is onboard new people. In this case, who are these people? They are Facebook group members. So this is a new community that we've set up. We have 11 people waiting to get in. The people that are already accepted are admins. We have not applied the automation yet. So I'm actually going to do this start to finish with each of you. When it's done, what's going to happen is, once I accept the members into this community, with the accept button, same as you're used to, the automation is going to import all 11 of these people into my back office and my CRM, the one that we own, the one made for network marketers. You can grab it in the description of this video. If you're in the user group, get over to your account, grab your affiliate link, and feel free to tell others about this. We do thank you for doing that by paying you if you get users that want to use it with you. Okay. So if you are new to this concept, I'm not teaching anything I don't already ask people to do as a process. I'm just teaching you how to automate it. If this is beneficial to anyone you know, go ahead and tag them in the comments below right now. They're going to want to see this. So anybody that has a Facebook group, let's take a look at a couple of mine that are already automated. Okay. So I have Social Sales School for the female, or for the woman entrepreneur. This one already has the automation running. I will show you on the back side just to prove how important and amazing this is. This little button right here, that little magic button, and you'll have a little bit of a different version of it, but that little magic button has imported, I believe, 3,600 group members, I said, and I think, and I know this group is smaller, but when people come and go, we'll double check what else in the backside. It's also allowed me to stay connected right from the start, stay connected on a sequence, because we lose contact with group members. People don't pay a lot of attention. So if you have a friend who has a group, be it big or small, and they would like to more effectively manage, connect with, and move people forward from the time they request to join their group, from the time that they move forward, this is what this is all about. In this case, it is people who have purchased a ticket. So no matter why people are coming into a group, the first thing we do is we need to add on the ability for our software to talk to the extension That's the little thing, and you'll learn in the software group if you're not there yet. That's the little thing that allows all of this magic to happen, okay? So if you have a Facebook group and you've ever added StreamYard or Zoom, then you're doing the exact same steps. Hang tight for me. I'm going to blow your mind with something else. Let's pretend I didn't tell you that step yet. There's a new software in town that's not ours that helps me capture every move I make with you guys so that later I can actually give you a step-by-step tutorial of exactly what I'm about to do. So let's pretend we're new. We need to add an automation to the group. First of all, we've got to allow the group to talk to, we've got to allow Facebook, this group to talk to our extension. So we're going to click on group settings. Then you are going to scroll down exactly like you would if you were doing this for StreamYard or Zoom. So you're going to click on the pencil in the bottom right, all the way down below where it says apps. Now, you can see that I already have some apps added. If you wanted to add our app so that it can talk to the software, you're going to click on Add Apps. Facebook's going to open the bazillion apps that you could add to a group, and then you're going to search for Social Attaché. And Dominique, I don't have my own version of this portion, do I? Do they need to search for PCAT UCRM? I've already added that one. Let me see. I'm on the Social Attaché app, which is already added, so it's not showing. But I don't know if y'all need to do PCAT UCRM. Nope. Okay, so it's Social Attaché for everybody, unless he corrects me in the comments, and then I will pop up whatever he says. I've already added it to my group, therefore it says there's no apps. But what you can see is when I go back down and I open up apps, it's already there, right? It's right there. If I removed it and I could re-add it, I would search and find just like I did for you guys. This is exactly the same way you add Zoom. It's exactly the same way you add StreamYard, okay? So once that's done, this group has been approved to talk to our software. Well, what's it going to talk about, okay? Let me tell you very generically that we build out, so let's go back to Community Home. We build out some automations for you guys so that your life can be a little bit easier. With that being said, if you are already a software user, okay, you have an automation that's called Facebook Group Onboarding. It's basic, it's generic, but it can work for your group right away. So everybody who's inside of the software, I will tell you that once you're in, you have I know you have a little bit of a different icon. You have the puzzle piece right here, but you'll learn inside of your access to the software how to install it. I am not on a student account right now. I'm on my master account. That's where I need this to import to. So I just have a little bit of a different icon. But once you get your extension loaded and running, it's going to show up in different places on Facebook. And one of the places it shows for us is right here on our groups, okay? When you click on that little icon, 3 options pop up. The first one says, oops, come back, import group questions, okay? So if you activate that piece of the buttons, it's going to bring in the questions that the group members answered. Well, what are these questions? They're the questions that you may or may not have set up when you set up your group. I recommend that you ask 3 questions. Depending on the group, I typically ask them, if it's something like this, what email did they register with? Because it's a paid event. But let's say it's your free group. I do ask for their email because we want to capture their email, get that information in with their accounts so that we can talk to them, not just inside of Facebook, because we don't own Facebook. We want to build our email list. I will also ask them a question about what their struggles are, what help they're looking for, how I can serve them. So if you've been in Evergreen X or Impact Makers, you've learned already effective questions that you can ask that can discover the need to help move the person forward, okay? Now, if you have any other information that you need to collect from the members in order to accept them into the group, you can ask that in your 3rd question. So some of you are asking, like, how can we help you, or who referred you if you are like doing a party or something. Whatever your questions are, you click on Import Group Questions on that little button. It's going to take a minute. It's going to load the extension, and then you're going to have the group questions have been imported button pop up right here. Magic. Now, where do they go? they go on the contact card to match the person who answered the questions. Okay, you can see that later. The next option, when you click on that button, another option said add or remove automation. This is different than simply importing the membership questions. This is where we're going to start matching some things. This is where we are going to add some tags that can activate automation. Okay, so in this case, it pops up, and it's very important that you do one of these things. Listen to what it says. Group members will not be imported unless the sponsor email question or one of the automation or tag settings is configured. What? If you are on the basic plan, you can import questions and you can apply tags, okay? So you can import their membership questions. You can map them to where you want them to go in the software. So here the membership question is, please enter the email you used. I am going to map that or match that to the field in the software that says email. Okay, let's see if this, there we go. So it already has a field that it makes sense, default email. If you asked a question where it just didn't make sense, it doesn't match any of the pre-built fields, you might scroll down to the bottom and click a custom field, a contact field that's not already on there. Now, it said in order for this thing to actually work, right, you have to either pick a sponsor email question, which may not be applicable to your group. This is not used by many people yet. This is where if you're in a massive group, like I am with my network marketing company, 35,000 people in there right now. If the admins wanted to allow us to use this software, but they wanted to only allow the automation to be applied to the people that you have invited in, the way they're going to sort those people is the people you invite will have to tell the membership questions this answer, and that would activate the software. Shared team group, something we can discuss if it's applicable later, okay? Pop-up group, once again, this is something where you may not be using this right now. If it's a forever group, an evergreen group, it's not a pop-up. Pop-up means one time, right? So for my event, it is a pop-up group. The way that a pop-up group date actually helps you is if you are applying evergreen content, a flow around a party, a flow around an event, and you have that built into the software, then it can base things on the date that you chose. So my event actually starts on Monday the 11th at, or Monday the 21st at 11 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and do this since I'm here, bonus training. Go ahead and click there. I need to change the time, and then I'm going to activate, if I choose to, a sequence of posts into the group, and it will activate around this timeline. So if I say, hey, one day before this event, do this thing, well, the one date's going to be based on the day that I tell it the event starts, which is actually Monday. Okay. Now, moving forward to the next step, you may not be having either of these apply. If it's your evergreen group, it doesn't apply. Okay. Contact tags. Let's go ahead and skip automations. Skip automations. Come down to contact tags. Because if you remember at the top part, it said you must do an automation, a sponsored email answer, or a contact tag in order for the automate or the importing to actually activate. And if you're on the basic plan, you can use contact tags to do this. So contact tags, we're all going to do it, but I want the basic plan to know that you don't have this next step. So I'm skipping down here first. Contact tag. This is the way that you're going to know in the system who these people are. So you're creating a tag that associates in your mind their association to this particular group. You may already have a particular tag that you want to apply to them, okay? For me, typically on a contact tag, I'm putting a tag that actually makes sense because they're a group member. Does not have anything to do with a journey or a pipeline flow. If you don't know what those things are, that's okay. Those are different kind of tags. This has to do with the group that they joined. Now, in this case, remember, this is actually a paid event. Now, I run my network marketing business in here. I also run my coaching business in here, and I also run all of our software users. So I actually have multiple folders I can store tags in. So I need to make sure I choose the right folder. If that's the case for you, you might have your mine folder, which is just for personal use, or your business folder. So make sure you choose the correct folder. Then you're just going to name a tag. For me, this is the Ignite Your Impact Virtual Retreat group members. Now, they've registered for the event, they've paid for the event, but now they've joined the group. I probably want to put something along the lines that will talk to me about why this tag makes sense. I'm going to put IYI August 23 joined group. Okay. Now that might be something you go, oh, I would call it something else. Great. Call it whatever is going to make sense to you so that later when you're sorting in your software to figure out who is not yet in the group, who did join the group, how can I message all the members of the group, etc., etc., you can find them quickly. Okay. Now, that one's that. We are not going to cover conditional tags in this training. Rosalind talked about it on the Zoom this past Wednesday. Asked, we have a weekly member Zoom with the creator and myself for strategy and tech help, and she asked more about this. Tag mapping simply allows you to add even more tags to the person, and they're conditional based on the responses to that person's questions. Where this would really apply is, pretend it is my social sales school group where I say, hey, how can I help you? Where do you need support? And they might say virtual events, team onboarding, automation, growing my digital product company, starting a coaching business. Based on the things that they check on these little options, I can apply a tag specific that makes sense to be mapped only to the questions they answered. That's advanced, but that allows you to do some super, super incredible things. Now, last step, I am going to teach you a basic automation that I will tell you what the flow is. So you're like, well, what does it do, right? That I've created that I can apply to all of my Facebook groups. So you click on the add button. You're going to be selecting from the drop down automations that are in your side of the software. Okay. So when you see these different types of automations that are here, they're based on only ones that you have available to choose from. So if you're going, wait, I thought I had some other ones created, you can create a new automation and it will take you through those steps. If you already have one that you want to be working with, then you can simply choose one that you've already created. Now I'm going to show you on the back side of the software a basic automation that I've created that you guys can use if you want to, okay? And it is something that you can copy into your backside of the software. So when you come into training, you will learn about automation sequences. You will learn to create and build your own, but you might also go, can you just give me some that are done? And yes, we can. So this is my network marketing team, so let me drop that folder away. There are pre-builds that may be available to you based on your company, based on things you've purchased, based on things we've built for you, or based on things we have gifted you, okay? There's all kinds of different automations. And I've created some generic ones that you might want to look at, you might want to copy, and you might want to use. One of those is a very generic Facebook group onboarding. Don't worry right now about how to build, how to edit. I just want to show you that there is something like this. And what I do when I apply this automation, the steps that I have the software do for a new group member is, dun, 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 I add those new group members to my contact database. Okay, so if you apply this automation by clicking on the add button, this is the steps that will happen with your new group members. I tell it, hey, scoop that person over from Facebook and put their information in my CRM. Okay, I also friend request that group member because I want to be friends with my group members. Okay, I personally will send them a welcome message in the messenger. I'll send them a welcome email, which I'm able to do because I asked for their email. I'll send them a personal message to check in with them 2 days later. I'll send them another message to check in with them 2 weeks later, okay? And there's actually different icons here because you could do it via email, Facebook, email, text, okay? Then you can continue to build out if you wanted to build a 4-week check-in, an 8-week check-in, etc., etc. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was here. Any questions so far? Okay, fantastic. There's the answer to that. Whenever you guys are adding it to your groups, it will always be social attaché. Okay. Let me pause my recording of my steps and let me delete that out because those are not actually steps that you want to follow whenever you're doing the automation. Okay, so you saw the inside guts of the onboarding that I created for the automation, okay? And you can see my complete flow. We share this with you and the user group on a document, but what I say when I accept them into the group, what I say to them in the email, what I say 2 days later, 2 weeks later, 4 weeks later, 8 weeks later, etc. We actually show these to you on a complete Google Doc so you can see the linear flow, and then it's built into the automation either for you or by you, okay? So if you applied the generic Facebook group onboarding, that's what would take place, all right? So this is the back side of the software. If we go back to the front side of the software where we were at, we were choosing which automation we want to apply. Now I actually need to go create an automation that would make sense for this specific group. So I cannot apply mine yet, but I would do it the same process, just choose from the drop down. Once I've applied the tags, you can apply multiple tags. Once I've applied the tags, you can update, and now the things are ready to start running. It's going to give you some information so you know what to expect. The automation has been queued. You will get a text message when it's completed. The Chrome extension is now going to work with Facebook and our software to import your group members. It usually is able to import about 500 members in an hour if the computer is running and left on and does not go to sleep. So if you have over 500, it will take longer. If it goes to sleep, it will take longer. And there are notes about all those things, okay? So I always say, remind me later if that's an option, update, cancel, okay. And then if you ever need to get back to those buttons, you can do that within the software. Now, I'm all good. I've got it applied. I'm going to show you from the back side what I can actually see inside of the software now that my automation has been applied, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start the capture back on there. Ah, crap. I hit the wrong button. I hit create the capture instead of keep recording the capture. Oh, well, that will be the end of the Tango. Tango just helps me give you guys a step-by-step workflow. So it's creating the Tango workflow right now, but darn it, I ended it too early. Okay, we'll go back here. So once you're in the software and you're looking under all the bazillion amazing drop downs you guys have, one of them is Facebook groups. So you can actually see my Facebook groups that have been imported by the software. That does not mean that I chose to run an automation on them. That does not mean I chose to head over to the Facebook group itself and tell it to run an automation. That would be a choice. I don't always choose to do that with this little button. I don't automate all my groups, okay? But the ones that I did, you'll see how many members it's brought in, okay? You'll see if it has a task. You can jump back over to the group. You can edit your automations. So in this case, we just got Ignite in. You can search your groups up here at the top. Let's see if Ignite got imported yet. It said it's going to start. It'll text me when it's done. Okay, so it's in. All right, so I've got a couple different Ignite Your Impact virtual retreats because I've done multiple versions of this. The one we're working with that we did right now is right here. So if I wanted to refresh and I wanted to see what members have imported in, if I wanted to jump over to Facebook or I wanted to edit any of the automations, I can do that right through the backside of the software here, okay? Or I can jump back over to Facebook, click on the button, and edit it the same way that we set it up, okay? So it's pretty simple. That's the basics. I keep clicking the wrong button, so let me get out of there. That's the basics. You can edit, you can view, you can nurture, you can import people. Now here's the cool thing. Why do I care? Well, number one, you put in automation so that I can welcome them on automation. I can check in 2 days later. I can check in. Imagine it's a party. I'm going to check in. It's an event. I'm going to check in on Sunday night to be like, hey, you ready? Are you ready for this? It starts tomorrow. If it's an open group where I can check in anytime, I probably put a sequence, a 2-day, 2-week, 2-month, right? Those are the things we teach, okay? The other way you can use this is, remember, whatever group it is, this is the old one, I told it to apply a tag to all the members that came in, right? I told it to apply a tag. So that means later, if I want to go sort all of my contacts and sort them down, it's not just about being able to pull the member list right here. That's the member list just for this group. But they're also now in my complete database. So because they're in my complete database, they're also going to be under my contacts. And when they're under my contacts, they're now one of a bazillion. So I can actually sort through them and I can separate them out based on the tag I assigned. So here's the one from May 23. Here's the one from August 23. So I can search the whole database and say, hey, who were the people that came in May? And I might say, I want to select them all. I might want to email them all, messenger them all, text them all, change their tag, apply a task. So maybe I want to send them a message and just say, hey, you were part of this event in May, right? I'm going to do this after we hang up. It says 10 of the 27 contacts you selected do not have an address for this message type. So what that means is, if we go back a button, I chose personal messenger. Not all of them are connected that way with me on Facebook in order to communicate. So what you could do is send a generic message, and check this out. This is one of the things I absolutely love. When you send a generic message, you actually can choose, and skip all this for now. First, I would prefer to send it on Facebook. But if they don't have Facebook, go ahead and try their email. And if they don't have email, go ahead and try their texting. Based on what you've set up in the software are ways that you can communicate with these people. So now some people might have filled out the opt-in form. Some people might have come into the Facebook group through Facebook and it's synced. But I can go ahead and say, IYI is coming again. Right? And I can say whatever. Hey, you were part of this the last time. I cannot wait. We're doing it again. We would love to invite you back. So I could use this to sort all kinds of stuff, right? I could also use it for going to my business, going to contacts, to obviously nurture the new people that I just assigned a tag to, or to sort this by my August group and bulk message them, not just the automation. So maybe I'm sitting around here thinking about them, or maybe I want to message my social sales school members, right? Maybe I'm sitting around thinking about you guys and I'm like, hey, I want to send it just to the people in social sales school. And I'm going to go ahead and send an email. I don't know how many of you have your email on file with us. We're about to find out. And I'm going to send you an email and I'm going to say, hey, I just recorded a video for you. Da 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 da. You can check it out here. Now, in this case, it says 1,059 of 1,342 do not have an address. That means of all our social sales school members that have imported with this tag, this is how many do not have an email. Almost 300 do, almost 1,000 don't. This is why if I would have had software from the beginning, when group members come in, I would have captured email. I didn't start doing this until a couple months ago, and that group's been here for 2 years. Realize how important it is? So it can only email 278 group members. So remember, you could go back to what I showed you earlier and go, well, crud, I wanted to message all of my members, but I don't have a tag, or I don't have a communication method with all of my members. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the generic message, and preferably first, I would choose email if it's a mass amount of people so that it's going through API instead of the extension. So I might first choose email. Then I might say, well, if that doesn't work, choose texting. If that doesn't work, choose personal. Now, here's the thing, though. Think about 1,300 contacts. Do you really want to send a Facebook message to that many people? I probably wouldn't. So I'm probably going to stick with whoever can email and text, right? And then I'm going to use this as a reason to go, oh my gosh, social sales school members, you guys do not have an email on file with us. You're missing out. And then I could put an opt-in form into my group. I could do like Dominique taught us the other day and actually put a message to them connected to their accounts that they can run through. And he trained on that on Wednesday, so it attaches to the correct account, etc., etc. Okay, you guys, so today we covered automated Facebook groups. I showed you how to use the extension within your group by number one, turning on the extension under group settings, right? Turn on the extension under group settings, go to group settings, scroll to the bottom, click on apps, search for the Social Attaché app. It's already on mine, so I do not need to add it, but you may. Once it's added, you now have permission to start using it, right? So now that it's added, I click on the icon and now I will have options to import my membership questions, add or remove an automation, manage notifications. Once I have that set up, now I'm ready to import my group members. So now, cool thing is, you can approve them from here, regular old approve button. You can approve them through your phone, regular old approve button. An admin that's not you can approve them. As long as you have that automation applied, you're just going to approve them the way you normally do. Does that make sense? Now, you might want to scroll through them. You might want to authorize that each person did put in the information, just like you would review a new group member, right? You can click approve, approve. Once they're in, they are going to get that welcome message triggered to their messenger. They are going to get that welcome message triggered to their email, provided they gave me their email in the membership questions. What else? I still do some steps manually. Our team is trained on this. Even if it says, hey, there's an automation behind all of this, I'm still going to personally take it upon myself to reach out to the members. If they requested information I know I can help with, if they're asking for guidance, we don't want to just leave them to sit on automation, but this covers our bases so that if you're busy, so that if you get 300 members into your group, so that if you're getting some of the work done, right? All right, you guys, that's it. I'm going to pop over questions. That's it. No questions. No questions, no comments, no donations. Have fun. If you do need the software, go get your account. If you're inside of the user group, go into your account, okay? And I will go ahead and take a second. If you guys want to see a student account, I'll show you how to grab a link real quick. If you are inside of your accounts, you will just go over to the affiliate section. And I'll tell you guys, you do not have to be a paid member to do this, okay? So if you are wanting to share the software, but currently you are not quite there and using it yourself, right? We have some people that say, hey, can I just tell others about it? You can. You can be an affiliate. You do not have to pay in order to share, okay? Now, in this case, I went to try to go over to one of my student accounts and it's not set up yet. Darn it. Darn it. All right, let me go to a different student account. Let me stop sharing that for a second. I'll go to a different student account. Once you're in, simply go under affiliates. It will offer you to go ahead and set up your account. Remember that if you have a paid account or a free account, the affiliate option is available for you, okay? And then you can simply put in your PayPal email and then the system will start tracking. It will track your direct referrals, and direct referrals will be shared at 20% off. Or not 20% off, 20% payout. It will be tracked for your second line, if you want to call them that, referrals at 15%. And it will be tracked for your third line referrals at 5%. Okay. All right. I just went ahead and stuck with a blue account since I've got my old account or my student account not all the way done. When you log into a student account, it might be aqua, teal, Tiffany's blue. It's going to be your big difference. And you're looking for this button right here. Obviously, this one's a whole lot more cleaned out. It's not my big account. Drop down, if you don't see it, drop down under affiliate program. It will be unlocked. Even if you don't have a paid account, you will have some things unlocked under my business, okay? You can always access the training, and you will have some things unlocked under affiliate. You can always join as an affiliate. This is also the section that once you join, you will be able to come right back to this page and get your affiliate link, okay? So once you fill out that page, you will agree to the affiliate agreement. You will make sure that you are doing things ethically. You will understand that we are going to pay you if people come through your link, right? And then we pay out the second Wednesday of the month from the previous month. So once you've got it set up, I'm going to head over to my account. You will have one that says statistics and share links, referrals, payouts, and transactions. Statistics and share links are the ones that's where you're going to come back to. And then you're going to click where it says share with potential customers, click to copy your unique link. You will click that. When you share that, let's go to an incognito window. Well, I may not be able to go to incognito without stopping the share. When you go to that page that you just shared with your peoples, right? It actually is my funnel. So it's not just a share link, which is really great. I don't know if you guys are seeing my whole screen. I'm going to assume you are. So once you share that, it is, oh, this is my old funnel. This is my share link so that they get a different funnel. Your people are going to get this one. The one for the PCAT CRM. It's already pre-built for you guys. It will just be attached to your link. So you don't have to be answering a bunch of questions to your potential friends who might need the software. You do not have to remember the pricing. You know, they can click and see an overview of a demo I've done, read about it, fill out the form. On the next page, they will get access to a 30-day trial. Depending on which account they want, they will get access to a lesser trial if they take a higher level account, a 30-day trial if they take the basic account, and then they can instantly get in there and start using it. If they decide that they want to share it and be an affiliate, or if they decide they are a VA and they want to help somebody with it, those options are there as well. So when you share your own affiliate link, this is the exact look that they'll get. It's just that there's going to be a tracking code behind it to keep them connected to you as the referral source. Okay, so you can use your link to share with people who've expressed interest. If you're doing any kind of posting about it, I would not be just sharing a straight link, right? I would do like anything, talk to people, ask them if they are interested, have them tell you, yes, I want to see the link, that thing. These are the 3 accounts that were our original accounts: basic, automation, pro. You can read all the features. Currently, our highest level is $97 a month. I would grab it while you can. We now also have some starter or free accounts, $27 a month, basic CRM for the consultant, right? No social in that, just CRM. Virtual assistants do not have to pay, but they can set up an account and they can do work on your behalf, just like how you saw me toggling through heads up at the top. And affiliates, in order to take part in affiliate, grab a free account. So if you do grab virtual or affiliate, there's no features that you can use. You just have access to then log into someone else's account if they give you permission and be their VA. And we do have VAs if you guys need help with some of the stuff behind the scenes, or you can be an affiliate. Click here to get started, fill out the form, and you guys are ready to go. All right, go have fun building your businesses. If you're in the CRM user group, don't forget, we are live with you every Wednesday with Dominique and myself. Mostly always Dominique, sometimes myself. And then we have ambassadors, we have trainings and the guides, we have live trainings, working sessions, and all kinds of incredible things to support you guys in your journey. Okay, have fun. If you need your account, pcatu.co/CRM, made for network marketers, by network marketers, and Dominique's brain, who's a network marketing son and wife. So pretty much the same as being a network marketer. And we are here to support you. Super, super proud of what we have to bring to the industry and cannot wait to see where this thing goes. All right, that's it.